Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to yoga lunch break for today. I'm excited you're able to make it. We have a pretty nice and rejuvenating flow planned for today, kind of focused on gently opening through the hips and opening along collarbone, front of chest. So if you've been spending some time sitting so far today, hopefully this will feel really good. All you need for class is some space to move and 2 yoga blocks. If you don't have blocks, for this, grab both a pillow or a cushion and 2 tallish and sturdyish things. We'll be using the blocks in 2 very different ways today. So take a moment to grab what you need. We'll get started. So we're going to start in supported fish pose. So if you don't have blocks, you'll just use a pillow underneath your back. But if you do have blocks, you're going to lay down on top of them. One will go along your spine, kind of ending somewhere between your shoulder blades. The goal here is to boost up the heart. And then the top block is for your head to rest on. So find a shape that's going to work for you. You still want your hips, your butt to be completely resting down on the ground. And lots of options with the legs. If it's a little too intense to have them just going straight out, bring the bottoms of your feet to touch, let your knees open wide, and then make this diamond shape with the legs bigger to be less on the hips, so you can move the heels closer to your body to also add some hip openings. So fidget around. You'll be looking for a shape that is comfortable, but maybe slightly uneasy or maybe activates a little bit of tension. And so with these first several moments, we're going to consciously soften all through the body. So without changing anything with the breath, just let it be really natural here. If it feels all right, you can close your eyes and start to purposefully bring a sense of softening, a sense of ease to your body. Maybe starting by noticing the places where you're making contact with the block or the pillow beneath you. Do you feel your body kind of lifting up, kind of resisting the feeling of surrendering over the blocks? Can you soften there? And as the back body softens, grows heavy, resting down, tune into an opening along the chest. You might feel broadness across your collarbones. Let the shoulders rest heavy down towards the ground. Start to bring more attention to your breath, just noticing what it does all on its own. Notice where in your body you feel your breath the biggest. How would you describe the quality of your breath, the texture? And while we're paying extra close attention here, is there a color, maybe a mood you'd associate with the way the breath feels in the body? On your next breath in, breathe in through your nose, big inhale. And a big open mouth exhale, let some tension go. Good, another like that, big breath in, feel your back expand against the block. And a big slow breath out, softening, relaxing. One more like that, big breath in, feel your body expand and fill. And a full breath out, emptying completely. Gently roll over onto one side, remove the blocks from underneath you, and we'll come right back down to laying on our back. Keep the blocks just off to the side. We'll get back to them in a little bit. Draw your knees up towards your chest, just a nice little hug, a gentle resetting of the spine. If it feels okay, maybe rock a little side to side. Draw some circles with the knees to massage the low back against the ground. Nice job. All right, bring the bottoms of your feet to touch the mat, knees up. Let your palms rest, palm down on the mat, setting up for bridge pose. Wiggle your heels closer to your glutes. And as you breathe in, find bridge pose, lift your hips. Now we're here for several breaths. Let's refine the shape. Push both feet down into the ground. Notice how that lifts your hips. Can you tune into an activation in the hamstrings? So pushing the feet down, feeling hamstrings, glutes turning on and working. Now pinch your shoulder blades together underneath you. See if you can maybe wiggle your shoulder blades a little closer to touch. Notice how this boosts your heart open. Keep breathing. Tuck your chin slightly to lengthen your spine. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, gently lowering one vertebrae at a time. Find a flow now, matching breath to movement. Inhale, bridge pose, lift your hips. Exhale, lower down. Option to bring the arms up too this time. Inhale, bridge, lift your hips. Maybe reach your fingertips overhead. Exhale, lower. Maybe got 5 more. Inhale, lift. Then the hip muscle is engaged, it's already lengthening. And find half happy baby with the left foot. So maybe you grab for the sides of your foot. If you have to lift your head up to reach, grab for something closer to your body. We're really trying to pull the left leg towards us while we kick the right heel further away. So start to engage into the more subtle movements here. Right heel is kicking forward, lengthening through the right leg. While with the left arm, we're pulling the left knee closer to us, gently opening through the left hip. Take one more full breath in and a full breath out. Nice job. Bring your right leg up to meet your left. Traditional happy baby. Find a couple breaths here, enjoying the sensation of both hips being open at the same time. And we'll find that same half happy baby shape on the other side. So left leg goes long and strong on the mat. Before doing anything with the right leg, flex your left toes back, engage the whole leg, start to kick forward, tuning into a lengthening through the front of the left hip already, and then engage the right leg. So grab for whatever is most accessible, whatever will allow you to focus on the lengthening and the opening. And then 3 full breaths here. To open more through the right hip, use your right elbow to push your right knee away from you. Full breath in, and full breath out. Beautiful. Bring left leg up to meet the right. Full happy baby. One more time. You can straighten into one leg and then the other. Maybe rock side to side. Say, hello, hamstrings. I'm sorry I've been sitting on you all day. Enjoy the stretch. Take 2 more full rounds of breath. And when you're done, make your way to child's pose. You can either rock and roll the length of your spine or roll onto one side first. Just a nice little release of the spine in another way. So bottoms of your feet, toes touch behind you, knees wide. Let your torso relax down, forehead meets the mat. Tune into your breath right away here. Draw attention to the back of your heart space. Can you soften any tension there? Maybe give your forehead a couple little windshield wipers side to side. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, crawl your fingertips towards the top right corner of your mat. Find a big stretch through your left side body. To intensify this stretch, push your right palm into the ground. Pull your left palm towards you, creating this little traction, creating more of an opening through the left rib cage. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, come back to center. And as you exhale over towards the left side, finding that same big opening along the right side body this time. You can push your left hand and pull your right hand to create a little more tension to release in the stretch. You do you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Nice job. Come back to center. Option to stay right here, or for more opening through the upper back, puppy pose. Bring your hips directly over your knees. So rather than hips back towards feet, and then find child's pose in the top of your body. So we're creating a larger angle between the hips and the torso, which allows for more opening along the backside body. If you want more still, bring your chin to the mat. You will look truly like a little puppy who just wants to play. We're here for 3 more breaths. You soften your jaw. Relax the back of your heart space, creating pathways for the air to flow more freely. Good. Gently bring yourself to standing on your knees. Grab for both of your blocks. We'll do the stargazer-y, camel-y flow. We've been doing quite a bit. This just feels so good in the middle of the day. So you're going to start, you can either be completely standing on your knees. I like to kind of do like child's pose in my legs, and then sit back down. So totally up to you. Bring your blocks towards your ankles. I like to start on the highest height. Again, you can do whatever's going to work for you. Oh, hair tie. Here we go. Okay. Beautiful. All right. So we'll start on the left side. So bring your left hand to your left block. And as you breathe in, lift your hips, reach your right arm up, maybe back. You can pause right here, squeeze the glutes, push the hips forward, opening all along the front line of the body. If it feels okay in your neck and your shoulder, maybe look backwards, reach for where the ceiling and the wall meet behind you. Breathe in here. And as you breathe out, come back down, hips towards heels. Let's take it on the right side. Bring your right hand to your right block. As you breathe in, lift your hips, reach your left arm up, maybe back, pausing here for just a couple breaths, refining the shape. Firm your glutes, boost your heart. Reach up and back, breathe in. And breathe out, lower down. We'll find a little flow here. Left hand to left block. Inhale, lift and reach. Exhale, lower. Nice job. Right hand on the right block. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower down. We'll take 2 more rounds. Left hand on left block. Breathe in, reach up high. Exhale, lower. Nice job. Right hand on right block. Inhale. Exhale. Last round here. Find what you need from this set. Inhale, expand. Exhale, reset. Right hand on the right block. Last one. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come back down. Nice job. Bring your blocks towards the top of your mat and make your way to downward facing dog. Nice job. Downward facing dog. Palms on the earth, about shoulder width distance apart. Hips are high. You have a lot of options here to help us feel more comfortable in your body. But know that down dog is challenging. It's the home base in most vinyasa-based yoga classes, which is kind of yoga that I practice and teach. But it takes a lot of upper body strength. So if you're still building that strength and stability and this feels challenging, you can take breaks. You can drop down to your knees anytime. But if it feels like work, it's because this is work. So to aid in that, as you're building strength and stability, you can widen your feet further on the mat. You can also bend your knees a lot. It's not important that your heels touch the ground. We're looking for a long, straight spine. Push your hands into the earth to create more space between your shoulders and your ears. And gently rotate your armpits in towards your face. Notice how that spreads your shoulder blades broad across your back. Full breath in here. And a full breath out. Gently walk your hands back towards your feet. Back, 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 release into ragdoll pose. Let your torso hang really heavy. You can separate your legs even wider, bend your knees even more. We're looking for a release through the low back, the spine, even your neck. Option to grab for opposite elbows or kind of grab for the sides of your head, tug your skull towards the earth. Start to shift some weight from side to side, just noticing the way that sensation is referred all around the body. And while you're tuning your awareness into these really subtle shifts and movements as you're swaying side to side, start to shift weight even between your toes, pushing both big toes down into the mat. What does that feel like? Slowly moving on to the other toes, embracing curious exploration, moving with gentleness, compassion. Take a couple more breaths here, releasing through the low back. Nice job. Now gently walk your hands back out into a high plank. So shoulders directly over wrists and heels over toes. You might even shift forward so your heels are in front of your toes. We're going to energize the whole body here. So start by engaging your legs. Even push your feet down into the mat. Feel your quads ignite. No, your arms don't need to do all of the work in a plank. So legs doing a ton of work for us. Thank you, legs. Let's tune into the core. Envision your 360-degree core that wraps all the way around your midsection. Envision it hugging in tight, supporting your whole body. And then with the hands, spread the fingers really wide. Push the earth away. Feel that little lift through your shoulders. And distribute the weight evenly across all of your fingers, not just your wrists or your palms doing the work here. You're doing so good. We're here for a couple more breaths. Notice if you've been holding your breath, tune back into it. Last little adjustment here. Hug or drag your wrists towards your toes and drag your toes towards your wrists. Feel the body ignite. You're here for 4, for 3, on your belly in 2, and 1. Lower to your knees, lower all the way down to your belly. Nice job. Rest one cheek on the mat. Just enjoy like just a little hangout sesh. Notice the way your heart is beating against the ground. Feel your breath. Just tuning into the experience of being in this moment. This is yoga too. Secretly, I'm just catching my breath so I can keep talking. Ooh, all right. Bring your nose to kiss the mat. Slide your palms down to your lowest rib, setting up for a couple sets of Cobra pose. So options here, you can either zip your legs up together or keep them wider on the mat. This will be a more stable, kind of like training wheels version. This is going to challenge you a little bit more, take you to the next level. Do whatever you want. So wherever you are, start to dig your toenails into the mat. Feel your quads ignite. Push your hips down towards the earth. Gently pinch your shoulder blades together behind you. And now exhale all your air. As you inhale, peel your heart up off the earth. Stay connected to the mat. Toenails, pelvis pushes down. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift through the heart. Take one more breath in. And as you exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Rest your opposite cheek on the earth. Let your arms rest heavy at your side. Just a quick moment of rest. Scan your body head to toe. Choose to release tension where you can tell you're holding it. Cool. 2 more sets of that. Bring your chin back to center. Set yourself up again. Palms slide down. You can maybe choose a different leg variation this time, but start to build your foundation from your toes to the crown of your head. So toenails press down, legs engage, hips press into the earth, shoulder blades pinch together, forehead faces the mat. Drag the crown of your head long. As you inhale, lift any amount. Keep breathing here. Drag your palms back toward your hips. Yes, notice the way that helps you lift your chest, engage through the upper back. Can you lift 1 inch higher? Take a big breath in. Exhale, release down. Nice job. Rest one cheek on the mat. If you'd like, you can kind of windshield wiper through your feet, giving your low back a little release. Here for a couple more breaths. How quickly can you make this totally passive through your upper body, your whole torso? All right, last set. Set yourself up from toes through the crown of your head. Exhale all your air. Inhale, cobra pose. Press down, lift your heart. And maybe this time you choose to hover your palms up off the earth. Notice all of the strength in your back holding you up, your core, lifting your body 1 inch higher, gaze straight down at the mat. Can you make the back of your neck even longer? Breathe in. And breathe out all the way down to the mat. Nice job. Here's a shoulder stretch. Bring your arms out to a T. We'll go onto the left arm first. Just gently start to roll onto the left shoulder. Take your right toes behind you. Woo. And go until you find something that feels good. And if this does not feel good in your body, don't push it. You can also do this stretch up against a wall by putting your arm against the wall. Soften through your jaw, through your chest, allowing this opening through the left shoulder, left pec. 2 more breaths. Nice job. Gently come back to center, arms out at a T, and we'll roll on to the right shoulder this time. Might feel really different, so be willing to make adjustments as you respond to the messages your body is sharing with you. Take 3 slow breaths here, slower than you want to. Nice job. Gently come back to center. Make your way to downward facing dog. Almost done. So we're in our left downward facing dog. If you haven't yet had a chance to pedal out your legs, give that a try, bending into one knee and then the other. Stretching all along the backs of the legs. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, ragdoll pose to the front of your mat. This time, walk your feet up to meet your hands. Let your torso hang heavy. Bring one of your blocks right into the middle of your mat. Bring your right hand or your right fist onto the block. Start to bend into your right knee. You can separate your feet wider if you need to. And as you breathe in, reach your, bend right knee. Reach your left hand high, taking a big twist here. Breathe. Push the pinky edge of your left foot down to lengthen the stretch all along left leg. If you pinch your shoulder blades together behind, that help open through the chest. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you start to bring some rotation into the wrist, into the arm, maybe even big circles. We're here for 3 more breaths. Good job. Breathe in, reach your fingers high. Exhale, fold, come back to center, and we'll take that on the other side. So bring your left hand onto the block. Reminder that blocks have all sorts of different heights, so take what you need. Bend into the left knee as you breathe in, right fingertips reach up high. And again here, find what you need to feel good. You can tune more into the right leg. You can play with movement in the wrist or in the arms. And if it doesn't feel good to look up at your fingertips, it's okay. Look down towards the earth. 2 more breaths here, exploring, playing. Nice job. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Exhale, gently fold back down, release the block. We'll just take 1 fold here. So bend your knees really generously. You can keep them as wide as you'd like. Slide your palms underneath your feet, Again, you can bend your knees a ton here. This is just one last forward fold. If it feels okay, you can start to straighten your legs to increase the stretch on the back of your body. But gaze back behind your legs. This lets your neck relax. You kind of look in front of you, you'll notice you're just creating another crick in your neck. So we're here. If it feels okay on your wrists, crawl your toes closer to the wrists. Give yourself a weird little massage. If you're not grossed out by feet, this will feel good. If you are grossed out by feet, I hope that you've already chosen to do something else here. Take one more full breath in and a big breath out. Release your hands from your feet. Bring your hands to your hips. Bend your knees a lot. Slowly hinge up to stand. Oh, wow. All right. We'll just end with 2 big breaths together. So create a solid foundation with your feet. Start to push them down. Feel that feedback from the earth pressing back. Nice and sturdy here. As you inhale, sweep your arms up high. Maybe look up. As you exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. One more big breath in. Sweep up, look up. Big breath out. Nice job. I hope you got to move some energy around, stretch out a little bit, get your heart rate up. If you have any requests for next time, I'd love to hear them. If you know why this rash happens to me every time I film videos on Fridays, let me know. But thanks for being here. I hope you feel better than you did when we started. And I'll see you next week. Take care.